Hey, what's up, you guys? I actually shot an intro for this video the day of, way back when I filmed this, but unfortunately that footage ended up being completely useless. So, as you can see by the title, I ended up having a few subscribers crash at my place for a night. It was none other than the Murphy twins from Minnesota. If you don't know anything about their story and my story in regards to meeting them, I'll put a link up here so you guys can watch that video afterwards. But basically 2 years ago, I was fishing some river, some small river out in the middle of nowhere. And these guys were cruising through Wisconsin just looking for random river spots to hit up to see if there's muskies in there. And they just so happened to show up when I was at this river. I caught a muskie, Taylor caught a muskie. That is how our friendship started. And since then, I've been to Minnesota twice. I fished with them a couple times. I've met their families. And this was the first time they were in my neck of the woods. They stayed at my place for one night. We spent a day and a half fishing together. We used the daytime to chase muskies, and then we took one night for a couple hours to get after some walleye from shore on my home turf because they don't get to chase walleye that often where they're from. So anyways, I was going to meet these guys up the first day. They were coming in from Minnesota, and we were going to end up meeting at one of my river spots. I was just going to leave my house when they got close. That way it would save them a little bit of drive time, and we would just meet there at the water. So I was on my way there. I decided to shoot my intro in the van like I always do. And I actually want to take my time with this one because I wanted to give you guys an update because there's a lot that's been going on. And in a nutshell, you guys, I have not been fishing really at all this year. Maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't. Some of it has to do with the coronavirus, all this political nonsense going on. But more specifically, as of late, there was a reason as to why I really cut back on my fishing this fall. And it stinks because fall is my favorite time of year to fish. That's usually when I do my best, hands down, for muskies. And what ended up happening was from muskie battle on, so mid-September up until about now, I really haven't gone fishing at all. I went on a 7-week stretch where I only went fishing one very short half day. But even since then, I fished with the Murphys this one time, but up until now, up until today, I still have not done any muskie fishing at all. So my fishing season as a whole has not been that great because I haven't been on the water. But this fall, my fishing season has basically been non-existent. So the reason why that happened and the reason why I wanted to give an update when I was meeting up with the Murphy twins when they came to stay at my place was I wanted to tell you guys the why. Why have I not been fishing and why did I take such a long break? And so I shot this intro the day of when I was meeting these guys, and I said everything I wanted to say, everything I needed to say. It was a little bit lengthy, but it was just right. And I got home later to watch the footage and I forgot to turn on the lights in my van. So you couldn't see me. You couldn't see me at all. All you could see was my hands moving once in a while. So the footage was totally useless. And here we are reshooting like a month later the intro for this video. So I apologize, but I still wanted to kind of tell you guys what's been going on in my life and why I haven't been fishing. So when I was at the muskie battle, the first night I got there, my wife called me and she said, hey, we've got some potentially bad news in regards to your niece JC and her baby. So my niece JC and her husband Diego are pregnant with their first child. What's up, you guys? I love you so much. But they received some news from the doctors that they were very worried about this baby and they need to get more test results back and more tests done. So the whole time I was at the battle, this was on my mind. I didn't talk to anybody about it. I kind of kept it to myself. I wanted to have fun, enjoy myself with the guys. I wanted to be present at the muskie battle, and I did have a great time. But really, my niece was on my mind the entire time. I just wanted to get home and see her and figure out what was going on. So when I got back, sure enough, a couple days later, they got test results back. And you guys, all I can say is it was not good at all. It was the absolute worst news you could receive. It was just completely devastating, especially for my niece JC and her husband Diego, but for our entire family and our entire church family. We were just totally devastated, just an emotional wreck, a lot of tears, a lot of crying. But I will say this, as everyone kind of processed it, it took a couple days, everyone just kind of got on the same page, including JC and Diego. And they're just an incredible, awesome, godly couple. They're just great people. And I'm thankful and fortunate that I get to pastor them. But we all kind of got to this point where we're like, you know what? God can do the miraculous. God can do anything. If you don't know anything about me, I believe in the Word of God. I've seen the Word of God come to pass time and time again, and I know God can perform miracles and He can heal people. And so our mindset kind of shifted to this place of, look, God can do anything. God can heal this baby, and that's what we need to pray for and we need to believe for. But at the same time, we've also been preparing our hearts and our minds to the best of our ability to accept whatever God's will is once it's revealed. So good or bad, we are just trusting God and we're trusting His plan. And no matter what happens, God is still good, God is merciful, He's faithful, and He knows what He's doing even if we don't understand. So that's where JC and Diego are at, which is amazing, and that's where the rest of us are at, and we're just taking it one day at a time and trying to stay supportive and positive. But as you can imagine, obviously once I got the news about my niece's baby in mid-September, you guys, fishing just kind of got put on the back burner. It just wasn't a priority. With what's going on in our world with the coronavirus and all this other crazy political nonsense, and then you add this onto the plate with my niece and her baby, you know, fishing just wasn't a top priority. And so it kind of just left my mind. I didn't really think about it. I didn't really make any plans. I didn't really want to go fishing. So I took off almost 2 months entirely with no fishing and no filming. And now I'm slowly kind of getting back into it, but I really still haven't been fishing much. So what does that mean? Am I ever going to start fishing again? Yes. I still love fishing. I still enjoy it. I still use it as a way of escape. Often when I'm on the water, whether I'm in a boat or on shore fishing the river, I often find myself connecting with God and just getting rejuvenated. I just get to a very peaceful state of mind, and it feels great. And I can usually go back to regular life. You know, I hit the ground running, so to speak. But I am going to be fishing more. I am going to try to film and get you guys some more content here in the near future. I actually might go ice fishing for the first time, so stay tuned for that. We'll see. I'm still not convinced. But there is an opportunity that came up recently, actually this week. Pretty cool opportunity. Some big things coming for Just Keep Casting. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm not going to give you the details right now. I want to leave you hanging. But I will share that information with you in the near future. But just wanted you guys to know I'm going to be fishing as much as I can. I'm going to get on the water. I'm going to be filming. But for right now, the season of life that I'm in, I hope you have realized by now that my priorities are just elsewhere. And they are elsewhere for good reason. So sorry for the long intro. Feel like I needed to share that with you guys. I hope you understand. And in regards to this video, it was a great trip. We got into some good walleye. I caught a big one. We each caught a muskie. And probably the coolest thing about this trip is that I hooked into my first ever sucker muskie. That's right. I never use live bait for any species. I just prefer not to do that. I only use live bait like once every 3 years. But the Murphy twins bought some suckers. They said, hey, we got to use these up. I don't want them to go bad. I said, dude, we'll use them. I'm like, something will eat them. Let's just see what happens. And sure enough, I was fortunate enough to hook into my first sucker muskie. So that was pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please keep my niece JC, her husband Diego, and their baby in your prayers. We would appreciate it. And until next time, you guys, like always, just keep casting.
All right, you guys, the Murphys just got here about 15-20 minutes ago. I put them on the juice. I have them fishing one of my favorite areas of fish on this river. They're upstream a little bit of ways. So I'm really hoping they get something here quick. I've been here for about 40 minutes, at least 30 minutes, probably almost 40. And man, I've been in the water, moving around, trying different spots. And I've been trying different baits. I started relatively small, average to slightly smaller musky baits. And I keep going smaller and I still haven't seen anything, not even a follow, which is a little bit disappointing. I got on a crane right now, small crane. I'm really hoping this will get something going here, but I think I'm gonna have to go to a hair jig, to be honest. It is really cold. Got way too cold, way too fast this year. But the water levels come up a little bit, so that's good. It's not high, but it's not low either. It's almost in the sweet spot. So there's bait, there's current, there's a little bit of depth. I mean, despite the weather and the conditions getting too cold too fast, it feels right. It really does feel right. But I gotta be honest, I've been here almost an hour and not even having a follow. That's not a good sign. What that tells me, oh, there's one. I just said that. I just said it. I just said it. Here he goes. Here he goes. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. He was hot. He was hot. That was crazy, dude. As I'm saying it, that was insane, dude. About a 40-incher. I don't know where he went. I thought he was gonna eat, man. That is insane, dude. You gotta be kidding me, dude. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, that is funny. How did he not go? That fish was hot. I sped it up. I probably sped it up a little too much. Well, here we go, you guys. First fish. First sign of life. All right, guys, I just had one up on a small crane. She was hot, fast, man. That thing was cooking. I can't believe she didn't eat. I gave the crane about 10 more casts and nothing. So now I'm gonna try a Jake. There's one. Oh, I just had one, you guys. Are you kidding me? First cast with the Jake. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh, I suck at fishing. I suck at fishing. I really do. And that looked about the size of the one that was chasing the crane. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh, I just don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to think right now. Oh, that is just trash. First time hooking into a muskie in over a month, and that had to happen. Wow. All right, well, I'm gonna end this clip here, but so I had a small crane on, a walleye crane. Pretty sure it was that fish I just hooked, because that was about a 40-incher, maybe a tad more. It was a decent fish. And had it come in, go around the 8 twice, got really hot on the second turn, and then just disappeared. Gave the crane about 10 more casts, nothing. So decided to go to a Jake, like a sucker pattern. And what you just saw happened on the first cast with the Jake. That was like 4 or 5 twitches. And I've done this before. Gosh, river fishing can just drive you nuts sometimes. There's a couple of big boulders right where I casted, and the fish do hang behind them, but I have snagged those boulders more times than I've caught fish, okay? So just wasn't expecting a fish so quickly, I guess. And I didn't set the hook right away. I kind of did a little gentle lift, but then I felt it, the head shake. I felt a dunk, and so then I set the hook. And when I set the hook, I gave it a hook set and like 1 crank maybe, and you guys saw that fish spit the hook and jumped. So yeah, that's just great. Just awesome. We'll be back. I'm gonna try a hair jig, and then I'm gonna try a fake minnow, and then I'm going to my car to warm up because it's getting too dang cold. Got him. Got him. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a muskie though. I don't think it's a muskie. I think it's a pike, you guys. I think I got a big pike. What the heck is going on? That is a big old northern. That's a huge northern, dude. He spit the hook. Shoot, now he's foul hooked. Come on, dude. Of course, had to be a big old pike. Had to be a big old pike. Spit the hook, foul hooked. Come on, dude, just get off. It's a nice pike. It's a nice pike. Come here, dude.
How big?
35 maybe. Yep. And now he's foul hooked in the back, so now I can't even, he's just going nuts. I can't get him to slow down.
You want me to net him?
No, just, you know what? I'll just bring him. You want to just pop that hook out of it? It's in his back. It should be easy to get. I'll bring him around to you. He's just going nuts. You know, when they get hooked in the back like that, they got all the leverage.
Yeah.
There he is. Just pop it out, dude.
Yeah.
There he goes. Thanks, brother.
Nice little pike.
I've just found 34 to 38, 39. I
got a nice one.
Dude, good job, bro. I'm coming. I got it. What'd you get him on? What'd you get him on?
It's the, I'll show you.
Holy crap, dude. I'm just telling you when you're ready. Take your time. He's on the chin. He should be hooked good. Dude, that might be that's a decent one, bro. You're doing good. Usually when in the bottom chin, it's hard for them to get off. Usually they're hooked good.
He's coming in.
Not yet. He's not. They fight hard here. He's not going to be ready yet. He's blind in one eye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. Whoa, in the bag.
Good job, brother. And he's off too, I think. Heck yeah, dude. That looks about the size of the one that I had follow. Oh, you got him on a crave.
Here, hold him.
All right, you guys.
Like this.
Colin and Taylor have been here for, I don't know, maybe an hour tops. And we got our first fish. I just lost one about 20 minutes ago, and he's got about a 39, 40 incher, a really pretty fish. All right, we're gonna let it go in a second. The Murphy boys are here with me, and we've been here maybe an hour, and I lost one and they've each caught one. This one's a little bigger than the last, about a 40-41. Sweet fish, good job, bro.
Heck yeah, brother.
All right, let's get them back in the water.
All right.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Just a quick update. It's about 4:30 p.m. Unfortunately, I did not film everything that has happened today, mostly because I've been having issues with my cameras. Kind of my fault. I'm just rusty, you guys. I have not been fishing or filming at all recently. We did catch 2 muskies. Colin caught one, Taylor caught one. They both each got one right away, which is pretty sweet, pretty awesome. They came all the way here from Minnesota. My main goal was to get at least one of them a muskie, so for both of them to have a muskie, and they got both of their fish within the first hour that they were here, so that's pretty awesome to get the monkey off your back right away. But I didn't really get any of Colin's fish on film because they were upstream quite a ways away from me. So unfortunately, I didn't get any of that. I got the release. And then I do think I got some of Taylor's fish on film. I was right next to him. It was pretty cool. I had actually lost a fish about 5 to 10 minutes before he caught that one. We were fishing the same hole, and I had a follow, and then 10 casts later, I hooked and lost. I think it was the same fish. But Taylor's fish, I think I got some of it on film. The problem is, after we released it, I looked down and my chest cam was completely face down in my gut. It had moved. And this chest camera, this case I have, it just does that. I don't know what the deal is. I just can't seem to screw it tight enough to keep it in place. Even sometimes when I'm just walking, it starts to slowly fall, and I don't realize it till it's too late. So sorry about that. I don't know how much of that catch we got on film. Should have got more, but whatever. It is what it is. The bottom line is we're having a good day. It's been slow, and we've only seen 3 fish, and we hooked all 3 of them. Fortunately, the one we lost was the one that I lost. I would have been really bummed out if either of these guys didn't catch one, but they both stuck nice, you know, 39, 40 inch fish, maybe a little more, but it's their first time fishing this river with me, and they're super pumped, and I'm just thankful they got one. But we got about an hour of daylight, so we're switching spots. what we had done today was we fished from shore for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we took apart their boat. We took off the motor, we took out the batteries, we took out the cooler to make it as light as possible, and then we lifted the boat and carried it down to the river because there's no boat launch where we're at, and we were really far away from the nearest boat launch. So we just said, screw it, let's drop it by a bridge. So we did that, put it in, and we did about a 2.5 to 3 hour drift, and we had a fish come unglued on Colin's shallow invader and miss it. So then we threw out a sucker, and it came up on the sucker immediately, but it wouldn't eat. So we thought we were gonna get that fish. It was pretty exciting. I think I got some of that on film. I don't know, I can't recall if my camera was even running. But that was a nicer fish. That was about a 43-inch fish, maybe a little more. Really fat, would have been cool to get her. But then we decided to pull the boat out. We ran into town quick. Taylor stayed back with the boat. Me and Colin went and got a rope because carrying the boat down was hard enough. So we knew that lifting it on our own and carrying it up this hill was just not gonna happen. So I said, let's go get a rope. We did it, it worked out perfectly. We got the boat back up on the trailer. Pretty crazy and insane. I can't believe we pulled it off. We were laughing our butts off. I was gonna film all of it, you guys, and it would have been epic, but my cameras are driving me nuts. And sometimes you get to the point where I enjoy filming, but I enjoy fishing more. And as much as I'm out there, I try to get everything on film, but I really don't care if I don't, because fishing is fun regardless, and it should be fun. When I'm on the water with some friends, I just want to enjoy myself and appreciate being outdoors, casting, you know, taking in nature. So yeah, I wish I would have filmed it. In hindsight, I kind of regret it because you guys probably would have laughed your butts off seeing what we did and what we went through to get this boat in and out of the river. But got an hour left, sun's going down in about 50 minutes. We're gonna hit up one more spot on this river, and then we're gonna switch gears, and as soon as the sun goes down, we're gonna drive back closer to where I live and try to hit up my hometown lake and get after some night bite walleye. If they're going, I have no idea. Again, I have not been fishing at all, so I really don't know what's going on anywhere. But this time of year, the walleye fishing can get really hot. It can get really good. I feel like we're a tad bit early, but you never know. So we're gonna give it a shot, and hopefully you'll see us again later tonight after hours catching walleye. Let's get after it. First walleye of the night, you guys. Nice little 16, 17 incher. I just had one chasing about 5 minutes ago. First one I saw was probably about an 18 incher, a little bigger than this one. It's about 16, 17. Nice fish though. First one of the night. Only been here maybe 10 minutes. I've been walking most of that time. Fish is a little bigger than I thought. It might go 18. It's close. It's really close. 17 for sure. With the Murphy twins, now we're switching gears for Walters, y'all. Let's get another one, baby. You got one? You need the net? Do you need the net? Is he on? Dude, I'm telling you, there's a big one down by me. It's a good one, dude. It's a husky jerk, right?
Down,
bro, that's a good one. Here, let me
lift him up, but
hang on. You got that heavy line? You can lift him up.
Yeah, but
here, lift him.
Started lifting him up and
Just lift him a little more. Here we go.
sweet, dude.
Bro, that's a good one.
Thanks for coming down, brother.
I told you they were in here, dude. That's a keeper. if you want to. Look at that.
Musky, huh?
Musky, dude.
That monster trying to eat him, huh?
Dude, that's a good one, bro. 21 all day.
Throw him back, don't you think?
He's a little bigger than I like to keep. He's 21-ish. You can just give him a little toss. He'll be okay. Just out a little ways.
Oh,
He'll be all right.
He'll be fine, don't you think?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Bro, he got chomped by a musky lunch.
He got away. He survived it.
That is sick, dude. There's another one over there, right to the right. Dang, guys, I wasn't even recording. That sucks. Well, third one on the night. 18-incher, bigger than my first, but not as big as the last one we got. So they're biting. Let's see if we can get more.
Nice, yeah.
Here he goes. Ooh. Oh, wait. Tighten it.